Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Diamonds and Sparkles. My name is Lena, and welcome back if you are a subscriber, and welcome if this is the first time of you coming, finding my channel. In this video, I have an interesting thing that I want to do. This is a mini haul from TEMU. If you guys watched my last video on my comparison between a budget kit and a license kit where the image was stolen, you guys, I gave there my very real opinion of what I thought about these types of kits. I understand that not many people are able to purchase like a lot of kits from places like Diamond Art Club or Dreamer Designs or Loa, all of those places where they can be pricey, but they're pricey because the quality is there, because their images are licensed and they pay the artist like a part of it, and they use the art like in a way that is basically legal. But I also went over the fact that there are options out there for you to do diamond painting if you are in a budget without necessarily stealing from an artist. But this is a process that requires a little bit of time and some knowledge. I purchased these kits. Here I have 3 kits, and I purchased them because I went through a very thorough search where I wanted to find budget kits, but that were not stolen images. The way that I was able to do that was, these are all from TEMU. The way that I was able to do that was I went on TEMU, and after going on TEMU, I just went through all of the images. And if there was an image that I liked, but that I couldn't recognize maybe the style of the art, the artist, or the image in particular, I would just open it in another tab. And I kept doing that for a lot of kits, basically. And one of the very first things that I did once I had like 20 tabs open was to make a Google search, a reverse Google image search. That way I knew if those images were taken from other places. Like, for example, I have a image that I completed that is on other of my videos of an image that was stolen, and I immediately knew it was stolen because that's one of my favorite images. It's one of those images where I've been wanting it for such a long time that I immediately recognize not only the image itself but the style of the artist in particular. So I ordered it and made a video comparing both of them and stating all of these things that I am telling you about, of pretty much decide how, when to buy kits from a budget place such as TEMU. So the very first thing that I do is do a reverse search via Google, and I go deep. I mean, I don't only open it and see the surface images. I go really deep into trying to find an image that maybe even is similar, maybe not the same image. But that's something that, that's one of the first things that I do. Now, the second thing that I do is look over the size of the canvas and also how detailed it is for that size. I am not going to be picking a canvas that has like, maybe a 30 by 20 or 40 by 50 or something like that if the image is really detailed, because even though I'm not that experienced in diamond painting and I really started like a short amount of time ago, I know that if you want a lot of detail, you need a big canvas, at least the amount of detail and how I like it to look. I am going to need a large canvas because I love seeing detail. I don't like to see, just like splotches of color. That is not something that I want to be watching. So what I did was, once over, I saw that the image was, simple enough and that the size was a good size relatively. I went over to the third thing that I look at, and that is the comment and review section. Now, what has most value for me when I look at it is when a particular image has already a review, and even better, if that review has a picture of the kid finished, or at least if someone already started it. That way I can see if the final image, at least in picture, looks decent. Because again, I don't want to see splashes of color just like sprayed there. I want, even though I am purchasing budget kits, you can still have some standards even if they are budget kits. And I'm going to go over those 3 things right here. So the first kit that I want to show you is this one, the one at the very bottom. Now, this is something that you have to take into consideration when you buy from a place like TEMU. This came in a disastrous way. It came rolled over, like, you know how they roll it over with the image outside, but on top of that, it came like scrunched like this, like all the way folded over. And you can see it here. Like, look at this. This is a mess. I'm not even sure if I'm going to be able to work with this canvas, but this is one of the things that you have to keep into consideration if you want to purchase one of these canvases. And I think it's more dangerous the bigger the image is, which is not really encouraging, because I was looking forward to buy a very, very big image to see if the detail translated, because it was a very detailed image, but the canvas was relatively big. Now, this image, I did a reverse Google search and I could only find pictures that were sort of similar, but all of them were from like a stock image place that had a lot of AI images. So that what, and it also has a kitty. So that was what encouraged me to do it. I also looked at the pictures of the reviews, and I really liked it as well. So for now, the only thing that I would have to say is that I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to be able to work with this. I would need to make maybe put it under my bed for like a week or something to see if this improves. Yeah. The next kit that I have was one that surprised me, and for a very good reason. Let me show you. I'm gonna open it up. Now, if you see an image, you know, the very basic kit and the drills. Let me bring the other kit back. If you see an image like this, where you have a lot of colors, but sometimes it's just the color underneath and the placement of the drills are like melted and you cannot make like a real image, and you know, it's very blurred pretty much. What I liked with this kit is that every single color has its own square. It is not, if you can see here, if you can see here, every color has its own square. It is not just a splotch of image with letters and symbols sprayed on top of it. That was one of the very pleasant things that I found about it. This image is of a bee, because bees for me are very important. Not for me specifically, but they are like a symbol that I use a lot for my mom. So that's why I bought it. And I was very interested to see how this translated, because it says it's 30 by 30 and it's definitely smaller. The 30 by 30 is the size of the canvas. I would say is more like a 25 by 25, but I was very, very pleasantly surprised by this. Now, I know it's not going to be perfect, because on the tummy of the bee, we all know that this is all like black. Maybe this V is a very dark brown. I hope it would be, because I don't think I'm going to like to, you know, these splotches of color. But this is one of the surprises, the very pleasant surprises that I got from this kit specifically. Now, this one, I did the same. I did the reverse image search. I found something similar, but it was not the style. It was not the exact image. and I couldn't find styles that were similar, that were attached to an artist, to say like, maybe, oh, maybe this is not out there, but this is very, very obvious that it's an artist. So I grabbed it, and that was very, very surprising, really surprising. And I'm very glad I got this. I think I will see how I can work with it. You know, one thing is just the canvas, and the other thing is the drill quality and all of that, which if the drills are like the other kit that I made, they're not going to be very pleasant to work with, but still better than nothing, right? And now the third canvas, this is a bit bigger, and I purchased this, I got this because even though it was a larger image, the image was very simple. You know, the image was very, very simple. It's just, there's a lot of glare, but these are three cats. These are three cats, and it says, "Are you pooping?" And I got this because it's a kind of a joke running between my boyfriend and me. Our main language is Spanish, but we also know English, and there are some phrases that we say to each other, and this one is one that I really, really tell him, because, you know, maybe this is a little TMI, but he takes a long time in the bathroom, and sometimes I cannot find him in the apartment, and I cannot remember if he went out or something. So I just get to the door of the bathroom and I ask him, "Are you pooping?" Like, I literally ask him that in English, "Are you pooping?" And I saw this, and we both love cats. And I saw that, again, I did the reverse image search and found that there was nothing that was attached to an artist, so I had to buy it. And I actually didn't let him see this image when he got here, because I told him that it was going to be a surprise and a gift when I finished it. But it's a very, very, very funny image. At least I think it is. With this one, I think the drills look like the ones that I did last time, but I'm not going to be able to say 100%, at least until I'm able to work on it. I think I'm going to start working on the cat one, the previous one, and after that I'm gonna work with these ones. Now, I do have licensed kits, but I don't have a big stash. Right now, I don't have anything in my stash, only the one that I'm working right now in, and I have two new ones coming in, one from Diamond Art Club from a recent restock, and another one that I bought on a D-stash group that is completely new and sealed. But those kits, I want them to last as long as I can, and I want them to kind of save them for not special occasions, but when I really feel like I need to work on them, because they give me a lot of peace and, you know, a lot of tranquility. And these ones I'm going to use to make in between the large licensed ones, but when I just want to do the craft and I'm not very attached to the image or the quality or things like that. And that was something that I was starting to struggle with when I was finishing one of my last pieces, my licensed pieces, where I said, you know what, I don't know what I'm going to do, because I like to do this craft so much. I do it for a couple of hours every single day, and how am I gonna do, or what am I gonna do when I don't have more canvases and I don't have the budget to buy another of those canvases? And for now, this looks like a good solution. I'm only going to start to implement it soon, not right now, but I think that this could be a good solution for you as well if you don't have a big budget and you don't have, you know, resources right now to buy only licensed kits, but you also want to respect artists and to not steal someone else's art, but still do the craft that you enjoy and that you love. This is the solution that I find for now. I'm going to see how it goes and how it works for me personally, and I think I'll keep you updated into that part of my journey doing diamond painting. I hope that I was able to bring you a little bit more of insight on what you can do if you want to buy from a place that offers kits, if you're on a budget, but if you also want to respect artists and companies that you love, knowing that the quality is not going to be on par, but that this at least helps you to have that hobby going without stressing yourself over. Now, this is also something that I'm just starting to try out, but I thought it could be helpful for someone out there that is in my same position. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you like this video and that you find it useful, basically. And let me know if you buy budget kits, if you don't, but maybe it's something that you might be doing in the future, or just what you think about it. So subscribe if this is content that you enjoy and that you would like to keep on watching. And thank you so much for being here. Goodbye.